Hi, we have not spoken in a while. We're here to talk about the EP Moonlit Ceiling, my debut EP. It's not going to be a commercial, it's going to be, okay, a little bit of a commercial, but it's also going to be a Q&A because I have not done a Q&A on this channel since 100 subs. Thank you for the streams. As I'm filming this, it's almost to 50 streams total, and it's only been out since May 22nd. So thank you very much for that. First up, JL Todd, another booktuber and musician who has released not an EP but like an album. Who are your biggest musical influences? That's the first question. So you should be able to tell a lot of my musical influences from the playlist I made. I made a public playlist. My songs are on there, and then a bunch of other songs that are similar in vibe, genre, and theme to the EP. It's on my Spotify profile. I guess I'll put a link. So on that playlist you'll find artists like Chloe and Halle, who I've ranted about before. So I love them so much. They're an R&B duo. They recently released Ungodly Hour. You may know them for that album. And one of my biggest inspirations is their earlier album, The Two of Us. You should look it up. I love it so much, and I want to make music just like that. I really like Audrey Nuna. She's not on the playlist because she makes a very different genre than mine, but I really love what she does. Audrey Nuna. And then also Remy Wolf. She made the album I'm Allergic to Dogs most recently. I love her stuff. I love her vibe. What accomplishments do you want to have under your belt within the next 5 years? I may have mentioned this before, but I've been following a bucket list I made in middle school. And I've been checking off items on that bucket list for years and years. In the next 5 years, I'm just going to continue following that bucket list and then going where it leads me, basically, because I want to be led in my life by experiences, either a career or just like a steady thing that I'm doing, either some kind of work that's doing good in the world, or yeah, I think that would be great if I was doing something like public speaking or outreach or whatever. That in 5 years, that's where I definitely want to be. Which song is your personal favorite on the EP? So thank you for asking these awesome questions. While I was watching which songs on the EP got the most like streams and engagement, I was surprised to see which ones were your favorite. The one with the most streams on the EP right now is To Fly, which is track number 2, and I was really proud of the vocal chops I did in that one, and I think it sounded the most like what I named before as my influences. But it's not my favorite song. Like, overall, I feel like a lot of the songs on the EP just feel incomplete despite how long I worked on them, and that's just due to inexperience. So yeah, To Fly is the most popular, but in contrast to that, my personal favorite is Ring of Moonlight, which is track number 4, and it's my favorite because it's simple and it turned out the closest to what I imagined in my head out of all of the songs on the EP. Ring of Moonlight was literally just like a poem I wrote about a moment in my life. Not an experience or like a friendship like the other songs, but a moment, like a single moment when I was looking up at the moon and there was a little ring around the moon. It's some kind of winter phenomenon where like the light reflects on ice crystals or whatever. I looked it up. Anyways, so a ring around the moon, and I was like, that's pretty. I also really like I was able to sneak in Clair de Lune, one of my favorite piano pieces of all time. It's not actually the piece, it was just my interpretation of like the most iconic keys in that song. Clair de Lune is basically about a stroll under the moon, and that's what Ring of Moonlight is. Wow, this was a rant. Oh my goodness. Like, I can barely hold onto one thought. Ring of Moonlight is my favorite song, and I was just explaining what I did and the origins and stuff. Okay. Wow, is this gonna be a long video? But yeah, anyways, if you catch Clair de Lune in that part of Ring of Moonlight, let me know. That's a big reason why I like how it turned out. Next question. 1. Motorcycle noises in the distance. 2. It's getting ominously darker, even though it's the middle of the day. Now it's starting to rain. I'm just trying to do a Q&A for my EP. I would really like better weather, but we're gonna push through. It's not like I have a reputation for amazing lighting or professionalism. Still JL Todd's questions. Favorite Unis Honest video? RIP. Yes, we are both Unis Honest fans. Thank you for this cultured question. It's hard to pick one favorite video, obviously, but the video that produced probably my favorite moment in the entire year of the channel was that one video, I can't remember the exact title anymore, that one video where they're putting hot rocks, Mark is putting hot rocks on Ethan's back. They're trying to do some kind of weird massage thing with oil and rocks, and then Markiplier's mother calls on the phone and goes on a rant about, Ethan, do you have a girlfriend? I can set you up with cute girls in Korea, and then comments on like Amy's skinny legs, and it was hilarious because anytime Markiplier's mom shows up, it's hilarious. But just the laughing fit that came after that moment is like one of the purest forms of like the Unis Honest vibe. These questions are from Moocake, a YouTuber. Who are your favorite YouTubers or inspirations for your content? I made 2 videos, one about booktubers, one about AniTubers. They're like small, you know, just around 1K or less, that I really want like more people to support because they've supported me and like inspired me. Go check out those 2 videos for, you know, those 2 communities that I'm in. But as for like communities I'm not necessarily inside of, my favorite is probably D'Angelo Wallace, commentary YouTuber. I also like the classic 3, you know, PewDiePie, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye. I think that's pretty basic. But I also like Psych IRL. She analyzes like social issues and psychology related to the internet and YouTube, and also Best Dressed, who is a fashion channel. Also, do you agree that Moocake getting flamed for offering to hold a door for someone is uncalled for to the highest degree? He is referring to the podcast episode that I was a guest on, his podcast, the Crackpot Podcast, where he and all the other lads besides myself were exposed as sexist.
No, sorry, you go first, ladies first.
Okay, alright, don't patronize me, okay, let's not go there.
I'm just being polite,
You and your British ways.
Can you not tell? I'm just being polite. Oh, what, if I hold a door for you, is that patronizing?
Yes, it was absolutely justified. Even if I'm the guest on a podcast, it is my responsibility to call out your blatant sexism. Go watch that episode, but also make sure you comment, Moocake is a sexist, just to piss him off. Next set of questions from Squid the Cynic, an AniTuber. Will you ever make a diss track on you know who? Also, is YouTube as fun today as when you started? Here's the thing. For the first one, I don't know who. Are there any YouTubers I have beef with and I just forgot? Please tell me if there is, because I don't have a diss track on my schedule exactly. I'll just move on to the next question. This one confuses me. So YouTube, is it as fun today as when I started? I started about 3 years ago. It has remained just as fun. No matter how busy I am, how many videos I make in a month, I'm always looking forward to posting a video. I'm always having fun editing videos, even the really tricky ones that take way more time and effort. I've never really felt stressed about YouTube because I'm on my own schedule. I can do kind of whatever I want, and I'm glad I didn't put my content into any boxes. I just talk about whatever interests me, and that happens to be more so books and anime, and that's fine. It's chill here. We're chill here, you know? Most of the time, we're chill here. Next set of questions is from The Bookish Nook, a fellow booktuber who I co-hosted a readathon with a while back. Which content creators inspire you? What I watch is just as weird as the content that I put out and how inconsistent my interests are. But yeah, content creators that inspire me are also just people I talk to that make the same videos as me, so booktubers like you. Again, I made those 2 videos recommending people in my same communities, so please check those out. What is your inspiration for your songs? The origin stories of each song is kind of a whole thing that I could go on about. The main theme of the EP is kind of stated in the title track song, Moonlit Ceiling, about the things I think about when I'm not sleeping, when I'm staring up at my bedroom ceiling and it's like 3 a.m. and I just can't sleep, and I'm thinking about the past, I'm thinking about the things I could be doing with my life that I'm not, that I'm failing at. So yeah, the inspirations for my songs in general is usually either nature or experiences in my life, like negative experiences. So maybe I need to make more happy songs. I'll work on that. Nostalgia is about a toxic friendship that really still has a grip on me today. It was such a long time ago, but it's tough, and it's kind of tied together with like looking back at your childhood and wishing things were way simpler than they are now. Last question from the Bookish Nook. How do you motivate yourself and keep going? That's kind of said in Winking Stars, the last song, where it's like, I look to the people who I think of as better than me. I look to the people who, of course, they're not perfect, they're having struggles just like me, but like, they're doing it in a way that to me seems like, wow, they don't even have to try, they're just awesome. And I look to them and I think, how could I be better like them, but in my own personal way? How could I maybe get into less arguments? How could I get up earlier in the morning, or just be kinder to people? Stuff like that. So I motivate myself by looking to people that inspire me. And also by like reminding myself that anything I put my mind to, it can happen just because I'm trying. These next questions came after I recorded the main video, so I'm just doing this now. Shut In Kami, the creator of the webtoon Scumtown, asks, trying to collab at some point. And if you're referring to like yourself, yes, let's collab. I'm not sure what you mean, like through art or with videos, but sure, yes. They also ask, what's your process for making videos regularly? And I used to make videos like once a week, and then that kind of fell off because I got busy with other stuff, but I make videos regularly by just coming up with a schedule for each month. Like, this is what I want to do in this month, and then I just rearrange like the order of the video ideas I had. A lot of the times I just have ideas for like a year before I actually make them into a video. Sometimes I come up with stuff on the spot, sometimes people tag me or inspire me to do certain ideas. So yeah, I just come up with like a monthly schedule, and then I record it. These last questions are from My Reese's Puffs, also known as My Reese, a booktuber. I know you're a very creative person. Okay, says the pastel painter and a novelist. Like, do you have a favorite creative outlet or art form? Why is that your favorite? Is it music? So I do a lot of drawing. When I'm like upset, I draw. When I'm happy, I draw. When I'm bored, I draw. I draw not necessarily to be more accurate in my drawing or technically skilled. I just draw for self-expression. So that's an art form, I guess. And also, I like being alone with a piano anywhere and just playing whatever. Like, I don't have to follow or memorize a song. I just boop, 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 until something pretty comes out, or something somewhat like a song. What were some of the challenges you faced while making the EP? And next, what did you use to record and edit? I did this whole thing pretty much free. I used a MIDI cable. That's what I actually did invest my money in for my electric keyboard, because I feel more confident in my abilities as a pianist than anything else. I can at least say I'm very capable in pianoing, you know, whatever. And also my Windows 7 monitor and my phone, because I used a app and website called BandLab. I went back and forth between the app and the website. The main issue was frustration with my own inability and inexperience to match my absurdly high expectations. I was super frustrated with my own vocals. I would record and re-record and record and re-record. So it took a long time to like really be satisfied with each song, and that's why it took like many months. But yeah, so my inexperience, and then also I used just a bunch of free stuff that was really good for what I was trying to do, I guess. But I think next time I'll try to find some better music programs, and also definitely get a proper mic, because I was using my phone for a mic and I think it sounds pretty good, so I'm okay, I'm satisfied with that, but an actual singing mic will be good. If you're looking to make music, just keep in mind, like, all you need is your phone. Really. So just try it and do something, because you'll learn the most from putting something out there instead of just worrying about, will it be perfect? Because trust me, I worried very much throughout this process. I'm glad I got it out. I'm glad it's over, and guess what? This Q&A is over. Thank you again for nearly 50 streams already on Moonlit Ceiling at the recording of this Q&A. Thank you for these questions. Thank you for listening to my rants. Thank you for following me on Spotify. Will I continue to force everyone to listen to my songs? The answer is yes.
When I feel like my life is twilight, the past is so appealing, but the minutes never stop. I'm caught up in the could-haves and mights when I get so comfortable in the dark. I'm tired of waiting for change, my glitter turned to charcoal, my potential meteor.